There's a deer in the headlights.
Why are you filming me?
Where are we going?
We're going to TFC.
We're going to the bank so she can open a bank account.
TFC?
TFC. TCF. KFC is the Kentucky Fried Chicken. This is TCF, which is something chemical bank and farm or something. So anyway, yeah, we have to get ready because we're sending in our I-185, our adjustment of status, and part of that is they want to see proof of relationship. So they say it's good to have a bank account in her name and health insurance, which I'm not sure we can do. So we're going to go to the bank and see if they will open an account even though she does not have a social security number yet. Some banks will let you and some banks won't. I tried to call them, but all I got was a runaround. So we're just going to drive up there and see if they'll let her open an account. Also, we've had like a little bit of a cold snap. It's not cold, but the Yna's, he's freezing. He's freezing. I think it was like 55 degrees last night. And in the morning, she's just like an ice cube. To me, it's nice fall weather, but to her, it's like, hey, babe, you cold?
It's cold.
Well, let's get in that truck and turn the air conditioning on. So we didn't film inside the bank because you're not allowed to film inside the bank. But Yna's got something to show you. Well, don't cover up the numbers though. She's got her own joint checking account. So she's one step closer to being an American.
Yes. Yay!
Oh, will this paperwork ever end? It will never end. So here we are and getting ready to file our paperwork. So you think you're done with the K1 visa? Ha! Silly man. Silly girl. No, you got a bunch more stuff to do. So now we have to fill out our adjustment of status, which is basically your green card. And then while you're at it, you might as well fill out the form, the name of it, the I-765 form, supporting documents application. This is for, what is the 675 for?
Employment of record.
Okay, so this right here is the adjustment of status, and this is all the stuff you have to put in here to fill out the form. It's $1,225. You have to fill out the I-85 form and give all this other supporting documents, just like your K1 visa stuff, but worse. And of course, you have to have a cover letter that tells you everything that's in the packet. We had to type this all up. And then this is so she can work before she gets her green card. Basically, it's like an early work permit. We file these all at the same time, and what she's doing now is the early parole, which is another, is that this one right here? Yeah. And then this right here is, you have to fill this form out and then add all this stuff. And this is so she can travel outside and back to the United States before she gets her green card. So there's all three of these things. And of course, we've been working on this for weeks and weeks and weeks. What are you doing, babe? Just double checking?
Yeah, and then I'm going to signature sign.
So yeah, just a lot of double checking. We didn't go through Rapid Visa, even though Rapid Visa does this for, I think, of a fee of $400, I think it is. I'm not sure. This time we figured we tried to do it by ourselves, and you know, it's a pain in the butt. So we got my check written out and everything's all ready to go. So we mail this off tomorrow. Hopefully we have everything that we need. You think we have everything, babe?
Yeah.
She's all stressed out. She gets so worried about this stuff.
Okay.
And so she's been working on this for a long time. So anyway, we'll mail this out tomorrow. If everything goes well, within a couple months, we will get approval of her work, approval of her parole so she can travel, and some type of temporary work and adjustment of status. And then I think we have to go in for an interview. Has Marcel gone in for her interview yet or no?
She already had her green card.
So how long did it take before she went in for?
She said just only 3 months.
Okay. Did they give you anything before the interview?
Yeah, before the interview, before it's your AP parole and your employment of
They
status.
mail it to you.
Mm.
Okay. Then you have to go in for an interview.
Biometric first. You need to do biometric.
What does that mean?
I don't know what's that.
Okay. Well, I guess there's one in Detroit that we can go to, office. Anyway, so they just want to make sure this is a real marriage, not a phony marriage, so just to get the card. So they'll take us down there, and we have to show proof of relationship, and they're going to interview us and see if it's a real relationship or not, which I am not worried about at all. I'll say, hey, go watch our videos. You can see all the stuff we've been through over the last couple of years. So it's just more paperwork, more money, more pain in the butt. So we'll finish this up and we'll come back. Okay, so fast forward a few weeks later after we mailed in those forms, and today we got all 3 letters. Doesn't mean that they're approved, that just means that they're received for the 797. These are all 797s. So for our adjustment of status, for our early parole, and for her work permit, they received them and they're start processing now. They'll contact us in a couple weeks and set up a date for a biometrics interview, which they'll get her fingerprints and take pictures and stuff like that. So now we're just going to wait on that. So we have everything filed, everything's good. Hopefully everything's good. We'll know when they start processing the application if we did everything right. Also, I want to mention, I know that Tom and Ruth's Filipino Adventure, they did a whole video on this, so go try to find that one. And that is about the new changes they're making. Well, I'm holding this because I lost my tripod. The new changes they made to the visa process starting October 15th, it's called the Public Charge Act. So I'm still reading about it, but one thing I do know is they're doubling the minimum income requirements. So I think when I brought Yna over, it was like 20 grand, something like that, 20 grand you had to make to be responsible, and another $4,500 for each child you brought over. You have to make per year, so they won't go on any type of public assistance. And now they've doubled that. And they said right off the bat that that's going to take care of over 52% or 50-something percent of people who are going to be denied just because of that reason alone. So they're really trying to make it hard for immigrants to come to this country. And that's one of them. And they're using the guise of saying that you'll bring your Filipino over and she'll go on public assistance or welfare or something. So I'm going to change hands here.
All right.
So Yna's holding the camera now, so my arm is getting tired. So if you were thinking about filing for a K-1 visa, your time's running out unless you make close to $50,000 a year or $40-something thousand a year that you can show on paper. So and I'm not 100% sure, but I thought when I was reading the article, it said that this could affect your adjustment of status. So even if she's here and you haven't filed for your adjustment of status, and do it before October 15th because the new law changes, you'll have to make double of what you used to have to make. So luckily we've got ours filed, so I don't think we'll be affected, because I don't think as a self-employed person I showed that I know I didn't, well maybe, so I might have just made the cut. And I think it's double too, so instead of $4,500 per child, I think it's up to $9,000 per child that you have to add on to that. So if you're bringing a Filipino over with like 3 kids, you better make $60,000, $70,000 a year. But don't take my word for this. I scanned the article, but it is going to take effect October 15th. So file your forms now. Get them in there now if you're on that borderline of wages. So anyway, so we're doing good, and I hope that you are too. So in the meantime, go ahead and thumbs up. Is that your thumb? Yna's putting her thumbs up and shaking the camera. Like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you have subscribed, please hit the bell and that'll let you know next time we publish a video. If you'd like to help out the channel, there's a link to our Patreon below. Always stay cool, always stay warm, and always stay classy. Bye.